Hi guys, this is the advisor and welcome back to the channel of upright men and women. Guys, before we get into today's story, I would love for you to indulge me for a few moments, please. Suppose you told somebody a story of a cat, let us say a Siamese cat, and you say that the Siamese cat jumped onto a table or a shelf as the case may be and knocked over a Ming vase, a Chinese vase from the Ming dynasty, which those can go for millions of dollars. And that cat knocked over that vase and it smashed into pieces. The world would have lost a great treasure. Now, suppose after relating that story, the person turned to you and say, that's not a Siamese cat, that's a Persian cat. Or that was a tabby cat, as the case may be. Totally ignoring the reality that the world had just lost one of the most treasured pieces of artifact that exist. Wouldn't you consider that person to be very petty by majoring in the minor by correcting you about the species of cat rather than on the loss of a world treasure? Of course we all would. Now, I said that to say this. Yesterday, I put out a video pertaining to Marco Rubio's trip to Jamaica. And people got their knickers in a twist because I said vice president instead of saying secretary of state. Completely ignoring the fact, assuming that they watched the video, that I was concerned about the 3 million Jamaicans here who stood to lose 400 Cuban doctors and send our entire health system into a tailspin, thereby causing a humanitarian crisis in this country. And all people were concerned about was I had misspoken by saying vice president instead of secretary of state. Mind you guys, I support Donald Trump. Let me say that. And of course, I knew who exactly Marco Rubio was. But in the whole scheme of just expressing it, the wrong job title come out. But me not see that as a big deal. When the greatest and most important factors and points were left totally untouched. I don't know if these people are trying to do a one-upmanship on me. But no, I was neither ill-informed nor ignorant of the facts. I had merely misspoken. And I was really bemused by such pettiness. But anyway, let's move on. Guys, me say, a long time me a plead to the government, Me beg and me beseech and me preach to them every day, say, there's only one way to have crime go down, and it's to kick off them door at 2 a.m. Now, look there. So far, up to this morning, the 27th of March, so far, there are 38 police fatalities, which, according to some statistician, is a 173% increase on the same time last year. Which means that police kill at least 3/4 more people in 2025 than they did in 2024 between January to March. And here is the thing. Less innocent people are dying. So continually, more defenseless people continue to blow breath. And I knew there would have been a correlation between the two statistics as long as the police operations and this police tactic is maintained. See the argument done. Anyway, before I go into the main topic, I want you guys to take a look at this. This is a lonely road, somewhere in the corporate area. Where exactly, I'm not sure. But there's a car that is just parked there on the street side, and these men are going to break into it. Look, there are several of them. There's at least 3. And look at the ingenious way that they do their nefarious commit their nefarious activities. And this is a warning. People, be aware. But what he's trying to do is to break the glass of that car. And you're going to see why as you look. This is a busy road, you know. I don't know which road this is, but I'm assuming that it looks to me like either Trafalgar Road or Knutsford Boulevard. I don't think it's Trafalgar Road because you cannot stop on Trafalgar Road. There is absolutely no stopping on there. But the road look more like it could be Knutsford Boulevard. Now, as you watch, you're gonna see what back and forth, and him come and him do what him do. But if you look, it's not he's not alone. You see, another man walk up, and look, a third man walk up and hand him somewhere the steel balls. Because him can't bend down and be picking up the ones on the ground. It might look too suspicious. So, the other one come from across the road and see, him keep smashing the glass. And eventually the glass crack, and when the glass crack, him push it in, and then I'm able to push the glass in, and then open the car from that, and then reach in, and then open the trunk. So they continue to monitor what's going on, and watch what happens now. He's at the back of the car, and whatever they had gone, they know what they're going for now. You know, they don't search glove compartment, not enter the vehicle or anything in any way, shape or form. Them stay on the outside, and you see this one go at the back, which means they know exactly what they want. So instead of going into the vehicle and flying the trunk from the inside, you see, he used one of the marble again and he smashed the glass and got up for exactly what he want. That means he knew exactly what he was going for. And him take it out and him gone. See, somebody there, that's a pass and them gone. Now, this is something that people know really needs to be aware of. But what I'm saying here is that it's a lonely road. And obviously this is not a place with a whole lot of people passing by. So it's much easier for them to get away with it. So people, what I'm saying, please be aware. Please be aware. Now we move on to the next thing on the agenda. 2 more hoodlum food get nyam in now Westmoreland. But this time it's not the police who did it. It's them own cronies. Now, the 2 hoodlum who died are brothers, Elton Clark and Junior Vernon. They are the same mother. Elton is 21 and his brother is 19. And guess what they claim to be? Entertainers. One claim say him a big DJ and the other one say him a big dancer. And them normally go to parties. And Elton would have take the mic and go on with them foolishness, chat. You know how them do already. No talent. And the next one who claims him a dancer, him just go up, dress up good and go claim say him a skanker, whatever the hell they do. But that is what they tell the police when police hang on upon them. To make it look like say them legit and actually have jobs. But in a real life, them a chop the line. In other words, for those who don't understand that, it means they are scamming. They are from a place called Church Lincoln in Grangeville. But they clown mostly in the Fallersfield area. But as in all, I would say, a good 90% of the youth that we are born nowadays, they have ambition. But here the ambition where them have now. Get some money by any means possible, then buy gun, chuck badness, and if possible, kill people. And it seems that part of their ambition is to also get hot, get wanted, run from police, involved in a shootout, etc., etc. Because these two now, what they do is start a gang. And they start to terrorize areas around Grange Hill. Now, you can't do scamming and then do badness at the same time. You can't do scamming and have a bag of friend when no say you're a scammer. But I guess for them, you can't be one without the other. And you have to throw in entertainment as a call yourself an entertainer for good measures. Because everything like clockwork where them not supposed to do, them do. Or to put it another way, everything that can make them stick out from other decent people, them do it. In a them dress, in a them talking, in a them looks, in a them appearance, in a them activities, everything is like a disease, just take them over. And at this now go cause them to lose for them own. Because them did a bad with handgun. And them realized that they needed to increase their firepower and they would have to use rifles. So them decided to go buy rifles. I hear that they went to Salt Spring and they actually went, a man blindfold them and carried them to Salt Spring and carried them in a room and showed them the weapons. Because the men who were selling them the weapons didn't want them to know exactly where the weapons were. But they didn't walk with any money. But the man them know said them deal in a badness. After that now, they were supposed to do the transaction at a later date. Now that date was set for Tuesday night in Grange Hill. Now one man meet with them, and say, alright, come, we are go up and spot right now. Just come with us. But we not staying at the town because we don't know if you are going to bait we up. This is one of the man them who has sell the thing, or the representative from that man. So the two brothers now jump into the car with the other man in the back. On their way there, the man said, turn. I don't know if any of you is familiar with Grange Hill. When you leave Church Lincoln, right by the church there, right where the post office is, and head west, the first, after you go back the Cabarita River bridge there's a right turn. That right turn would take you straight back into Hanover. And them drive on that main road now, just past Church Lincoln, past Top Lincoln, which is another district. On the way there, they buck up now the other car, right near some cane piece. As if people familiar with that side of the road, both sides of the road they have cane piece, it's desolate. And them carry them over to the other car to go show them the weapon and say, yes, no, funds wise. So them go up and take out the funds. Because they saw the rifles in the back of the vehicle. But guess what the man will do? The man them, after them hand over the money and them take up the rifle, the man them just back them off with other weapons. Take away for them gun where them have pan them, pan the two brother them, carry them over the cane piece and brush them. What go happen now and why this story come to bump? Was that the man who was in the back of the car, who them car with them, who direct them to the other vehicle on that main road, the whole arrangement that he had with them was that when him direct them to the vehicle, they would give him a money right there and then and make him leave because he had a bike parked over in the cane piece waiting to board his bike and go his way because he never intend to go with them any further. Them decided not to give him any money there and then. And because they wouldn't give him no money there and then, him say before them kill him, him comes now and him chucking at the cane piece and take the cane piece feet and then fire some shot after him. But he wasn't hit. So he now went to the police and told the police what happened. But him frame the story a certain way. I won't say how. Because he didn't know that death was going to be involved or anything. And that is how the story came to light. But now the police have the identity of all the people involved because this person who survived, he has now given police a good lowdown of all the people, including license number of the vehicle that they drive. So we'll be following up on this story and let you guys know how it works out. But you know the saddest part of all of this is that this is going to continue to happen over the next few years, because them are breed up inside our house and we have breed them inside our house. We house at the incubator for them sitting here, and we not stop breed them up and nurture them and turn them in a these jagabat like we self. Thank you guys for watching. Like, share, leave a comment below, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.